What's going on, guys? Jake here with Jake's Got Herpes, not to be confused with herpes, because herpes is nasty. And before I talk about anything, I'd like to thank you guys a lot for all the positive feedback I've gotten on my past couple of videos. I know I haven't made a video in about a week or so, and it's not because I didn't feel like making a video, but I wanted to see what my videos could do, how many views they'd get afterwards, because these sort of videos don't really go out of date. And I wanted to see if they get more views, and they did. I don't have a ton of subscribers, but I get a lot of really nice comments on my videos, and I'd like to thank you guys for that. It makes me feel really good when I get a lot of really cool comments of people who appreciate what I do and you know, the effort I put into caring for my animals. But in this video, I want to show you guys basically what is my frog room, I guess I'd call it, or you know, amphibious room, because everything in here is amphibious. Just so happened to be how it turned out. This tank we have some Fire-Bellied Toads. As you can see, there's 3 of them. I'm not sure why there's so much you know, watermarks on the glass. I tried cleaning it. I might have to get a special cleaner that is not harmful to these guys. Their tank's a 10-gallon. It's got a UVB and a heat bulb all in one, which is nice, so I don't have a lot of fixtures all over the place. And it's a wide dome, so it, you know, spreads the light out a little bit better. There's a filter, a couple hanging plants, a really cool little aquarium type hut, and some aquarium plants and some floating plants. There's a fish in here. I don't know if you can see him. I don't know where he went. I just saw him a second ago. Oh, there he is. He's right here. He's a you know, fancy guppy. Got him in my pet store. I thought he'd look nice in the tank. He's doing alright in the tank. I added some more aquarium plants, so hopefully he feels more comfortable moving around. I might just put him in a different tank for now, because I'm going to end up getting a fish tank eventually. And I'll probably put him in there. But for now, he'll probably be in here for a little bit, and I think I'm going to get, you know, just a 10-gallon tank or something to put him in. And then I might, you know, work on getting a fish tank. But for now, that's that. And here we have a gray tree frog I actually caught at my lake house. And at first I didn't really know about keeping him, because I've never really kept anything I've caught before. I mean, I've kept like toads and stuff overnight, or you know, for a week or so, but then I always let them go. But this guy's turned out to be a really cool pet. He's a very good eater. He eats everything I feed him, which usually just mealworms or crickets. His tank's an Exoterra. I don't know the exact dimensions. The light bulb is basically more for viewing. It only raises the temperature maybe a degree or two. Exoterras come with these nice little backgrounds, and he blends in pretty well with it, actually. If you're not paying attention, you wouldn't really see him. There's sort of a log that goes sort of vertically along, and I twist-tied some vines around it, which makes it look a lot nicer. I'm kind of a sucker when it comes to aquarium decorations. I like to make all my tanks look really nice, and I like this leaf dish. It just makes it look a little more natural, and I can put, you know, mealworms or water in there. Water helps add more humidity. Here's a big water dish that needs to be cleaned, obviously, and there's just an aquarium plant. Aquarium plants are a lot cheaper than normal, like reptile branded plants, if you guys didn't know that. And here's a thermometer, or like a thermometer. Temperature is about 72-ish, which is fine for these guys. And the substrate is Eco-Earth. It just stays nice and moist. And I'm gonna take him out for you guys. I don't usually handle him, and I don't really recommend handling, because there are oils on your skin that can be harmful to them. So I don't recommend it. I did just wash my hands though, so it's not too bad. I don't usually do this a lot. But there he is out in the light. He's a really cool little guy. I like him a lot. And as you can see, it's a really nice, underneath his legs it's like bright yellow. And that was my first indication that he was a gray tree frog. I didn't really know what he was at first. I thought he was a toad, actually, based on his color. But yeah, he's turned out to be a really great little guy. I like him a lot. I used to have a dumpy frog, actually, but he died, and so I was kind of skeptical about keeping another tree frog, but this guy's been doing really well. And this guy I picked up today. Oh yeah, and by the way, this guy, his name's Hayden. I got the name from the actor, the main actor in the movie Jumper, because he's a frog, who also happens to be the actor who plays Anakin. I don't remember his last name, but anyway, picked up this guy just today. He is a Pac-Man frog. I got him from PetSmart. I know you really shouldn't buy things from them. They don't take the best care of their animals, but I've been wanting one of these for a really long time, and every time I went to a reptile show, I never got one, and they had one at the pet store a really long time ago, and he sold right away. and I kind of regretted it. So this one was here today, and I was really excited about that, so I picked him up right away. He's in a tank that is like the dimensions are the same as a 10-gallon except it's shorter, so I don't really know the exact like gallons. Has a little screw-on lid. I'm not worried about this guy escaping though. He's even if he was an escape artist, he's kind of fat, so probably wouldn't fit through any cracks. Here's a weed plant I got from Colorado. No, just kidding. You know, just a fake jungle weed plant. Right here's the hide. I don't really like it. As you can tell, I like to make my tanks look really nice, and this one looks kind of cheap. I took the little cup that he came in and just cut a hole in it, and then I used a lighter to melt the sides so it didn't cut him when he tried to go in it. I don't really like it, but I didn't really want to spend $8 more on a bark hide, which are my favorite. In here there's a corner water dish. The water's not too deep. It shouldn't be too deep for these guys. They're not the best swimmers. And here's just another plant to make it look a little bit nicer. My tanks, for me, are usually about you know, viewing appeal. They're not so much about. I like to make them functional, but after I get the core elements down, I like to make them look as nice as possible. And over here, I might as well just show you. Here's a paperwork I had to fill out. Right here are my basically just feeding crickets, and in this tub right here are my my breeding colony. I don't know how well you can see that, but I can probably take the lid off for you guys. It's difficult to do with one hand because it's a snap-on Sterilite container. Hold on, I'm going to set this down. And there we go. And as you can see, just some toilet paper rolls and paper towel rolls to allow them to hide in. That's one of the biggest things when breeding crickets. You want to give them a lot of hiding places. Up here we have the moist eco earth, which they lay in. That's probably actually, no, that's not a female, so that one's not gonna lay. But you can tell by how many prongs there are on the back. That one only has 2. A female has 3. If you didn't know that. And here are these cool little they're like food and water dishes, but they have little ramps so they can get up on there. They're really cool. They came with my other cricket keeper, and I didn't really notice that at first. This one is just cricket feed that you can get. I just buy my Fluker's cricket diet and stuff. I don't really feel like mixing up my own. And there's solid water. It's good so they don't drown in their water dish. And yeah, so that's all for this video. This basically just frog room, I guess you could call it, even though those are toads. But yeah, but anyway, like I said, thank you guys a lot for all the comments I've been getting. I'll definitely be making guys more videos in the future. And yeah, it's been Jake, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.